A Woman's Wrapping Skirt by Minh Anh Ho. The artifact I'm going to be focusing on in this video is mainly going to be about the artifact named a woman's wrapping skirt. It is used to wear, specifically in the bottom part of your body, replacing regular daily pants made for women and girls to wear. It is made by hand sewing by an ethnic minority group, which is called the Mnong people. Mnong people are specifically located in Dalat. And this image shown up here on my screen is how Dalat will look like if you ever come there for a visit or on a traditional holiday, or to meet someone that you haven't met in a really long time. It could be a family member or a friend, or your uncle and nieces, or your grandmas and grandpas. Facts about the Vietnamese culture and some of its norms is that adults must be very respected. Normally in America or England and mostly any other countries I know, we would normally call their names. We would normally call our teachers and parents by their real names, like Mr. Gibbons, Mr. Davis, Mr. Gomez, Mrs. Thompson, Mrs. Macaulay, Mrs. LaPalme. But in Vietnam, kids or people younger than you cannot call you by your actual names. That just means you're being rude and disrespectful, and they might not answer your question, or tell you to say it again in a proper manner before they do answer your question. Another fact about the Vietnamese culture and its norms is that you should never ever speak badly about one of the Vietnamese heroes in the past life. In general, Vietnamese people mostly all have a great sense of humor, but not one of them has joked about the warriors that I've known about, or even joked around about what time around did it first started off at. Those times were difficult times for everyone in the country during that coincidence. You need to be very careful when talking about this certain subject, and also when speaking about the Vietnamese colonial past. This artifact, a woman's wrapping skirt, has changed a little bit over time by the fact that nowadays it is designed shorter to sell now. This is because during the 1920s, it was said that it would look the best if women wore the stuff and did things to their bodies to look more boyish. But during the 1930s, it has changed quite a lot and is totally different from 10 years before. At this time of year, a woman's dress was more conservative. When World War II happened, it was a great idea to save and keep up materials, and that's why a woman's wrapping skirt started to be made and designed, then sold shorter. Another artifact which is closely related to my given artifact is called a man's loincloth. It is also used for the same thing and made by the same materials. But the only differences are, first of all, it was made for men's to wear instead of women's. And secondly, the design is kind of different and the size too, because a man's body compared to women's are very different. A men's body most likely and normally will be more big, tall, and fit. The artifact, a woman's wrapping skirt, connects to my own culture because this artifact was partly made by Vietnamese people. And this is because the place where Mnong people lived, which is in Dalat, and that's a city, a part of Vietnam. That's in Vietnam, and the culture I'm from is the Vietnamese culture. And if you'd like to find and get more information which isn't in my video and would like to dig deeper in with the information about a woman's wrapping skirt, you can do that if you buy a book named Vietnam Image of the Community of 54 Ethnic Groups and read for the information about the Mnong people and my chosen artifact, which is a woman's wrapping skirt. And if you can't manage to find this book anywhere and don't have any access to it, you can Google search it online using Google and its search engine to get all the information you need instead. Thanks for listening and taking your time to watch my video to get all the information you need about this artifact. Here are some links and citations of where I got all my information and ideas and images to make this video. Once again, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my video and learned something new about the Mnong people and one of its greatest artifact named a woman's wrapping skirt.